Hi. We got, of course, my lovely mother. And we got TJ in the building.
What's up, y'all?
I've been itching to get him on this joint for like, what? Since we started, honestly, since we started. So I am so excited he's here. For one, he's here. He's leaving us. So we had to get this shit done. We were supposed to be here last week, if I'm being honest, but I guess.
Shit happens.
Things happen. Life moves quick. So yeah, no. I'm excited. I'm glad to be here. And yeah, we're gonna get into it. Today's episode is gonna be we're keeping it real goes wrong.
Yeah. What to you by our lives?
So let's just get into it. Have you ever been in a situation where keeping it real went like completely wrong? I have. It happened last night, actually.
All the time.
Too many times.
Yeah, because then they try to finesse it like you the bad guy. Well, all you was doing is being honest.
Say hello to the
Being
bad
up
guy.
front.
They say I'm the bad guy.
Now all of a sudden you the bitch. You ain't shit. You ain't holding it down.
You a dog. Yep.
Roof.
Like seriously though, no, that is. I mean, for me, I can solely speak on a situation that I just went through, where I basically told a person that I saw a person that they had like went out with, and they did not take that well.
What do you mean saw?
Like we went out on a date.
Oh, okay. Because that's a little different. I see a motherfucker at the Valero.
I saw him.
But there ain't no reason
We
to
saw
get
each
mad.
other.
You know?
We just said that we saw each other.
Yeah.
So I mean, okay,
So they dated them and then you went on a date
let's
with
see.
them?
They went out on a date.
Okay.
I don't really know the severe extent of whatever the relationship was that they had. I just know that they did go out on a date, and me and said person had been like dealing with each other back and forth, like looking for flirting type shit, and it was just like, oh, you want to go get some food? So it wasn't really like a date with me. I didn't really necessarily take it as a date, but we hung out. We had a great time.
Semantics.
Sounds like dirty magic.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna go ahead and step out and be the elephant in the room. It sounds like dirty macking happened to me. That's what it sounds like to me.
I could be wrong. I wasn't dating. Okay? I don't say just dirty macking unless it's required. Sometimes you got dirty mac the level set motherfuckers and let them know you were fucking with a shark and you Nemo. So get back to the coral reef. It's just real out here. Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes people make it like that. We could dig deeper into the situations and then come back and, touch base. But before I forget my moment when I was being honest, somebody told me we should be friends. So I'm like, that's the worst shit you could say to me. Because friends, I have family. My friends are, we could just stop talking, like friends. So, a friend, I don't know. I'm just being honest, but I don't have a lot of friends.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just being honest. People that I'm loyal to, I look at them like family, not like, oh, that's my friend. That can always change with people growing or relationships or moving away and shit like that.
Yeah.
That could always change. But my people, my family, I ain't gonna dirty mac you. I might let your ass know about that shit, some shit you did, but I ain't gonna get you. But back in the day, when it was severe savage behavior going on in the culture, nah,
I live in
that's not your husband.
busy area, and
Man, y'all done heard that before. Get past it. When you deal with certain people and sometimes you feel like you gotta prove shit, you'll do it. Sometimes people do it because they hate you and they just want to take what's yours. Sometimes they do it because secretly they was already fucking with the person anyway. So it just may look crazy to you, but little do you know they already had a thing going. So it's, I think it can be it could vary many different ways. And sometimes it do be straight up payback. Like, you did some shit to me in high school, and I ain't never forgot that shit you did in high school. And I told you I was gonna get you. You just didn't know it was gonna be with somebody you actually love. Got you, bitch. And sometimes that's just how it is. So
it was non-intentional. But because I have that relationship with that person, I felt the need to tell them. And they won't jacking that shit.
You remember when Erica Mena tried that shit on Love and Hip Hop? And she was like, hey, I just want to tell you I was fucking your man. And that was the first time the glasses got thrown and everything went crazy. It's like,
was that real? No, that wasn't Erica Mena, that was Kim Bella.
Well, Kim Bella, yeah, sorry.
Kim Bella. I'm like,
sorry.
That was Kim Bella.
Kim Bella. Yeah, it didn't go good. It did not go good at all.
She actually
and I haven't, that was probably almost 10 years ago.
She beat that girl up.
Yes, on camera. It wasn't no stop, pull, cut. Y'all know now y'all need security. So when you want to keep it real,
and it went wrong,
it might go very wrong for you.
But no, I mean, I think in certain situations, sometimes, realistically, it may not even have anything to do with the other person involved. You could really just be going through some shit, and you're just doing shit to do it. How do I know?
Yeah.
Because I've done it. Honestly. And I'm not being funny. Like, I've legitimately done some dumb shit because I was bored.
Man, being bored is fucking
Boredom will take me to a whole nother level.
God damn. I suggest people clean up, organize your phone records, get your call list in order, something. Clean out your pictures. Go through your emails, something.
Go through the cloud.
Go through the cloud. Go deep all the way back to the beginning to the iPhone 2. Figure it out. But sometimes when you bored, you make some ill ass decisions, and later on you be like, what the fuck was I thinking? That was the demon. Like, let's have fun. Fun is expensive. It costs you so much.
Listen, I'm in the crib today.
It
I don't
costs
have
you so much.
nowhere to be, and I ain't going nowhere. I got somewhere to be tomorrow, and that's like for maybe 3 hours, and that might not even happen. The way the group chat is set up.
They ain't gonna happen.
If any of y'all watching, I would love to know where we going for brunch. Because
Refrigerator.
What
Going to the refrigerator for brunch.
What the fuck?
Getting wings to go and watching the football game.
Yeah.
That's what we know.
That's what it sounds like.
Like waffles and eggs at home.
Sound like, because niggas is playing. But honestly, I can definitely say, like, since I moved into the new area, I don't think they're different. That it's just different. But again, back to the topic. I'm keeping it real close. That was one of the situations. I'm trying to think of another situation where I kept it real and it went wrong. What about you, Tom?
I would say I'm speaking on my divorce on that.
Your what?
My divorce.
Your what?
Divorce.
You were
was
married?
married, now no longer. Divorce.
married.
What the
I
fuck?
was married for 5 years.
5 years?
Was
See, this
married.
is like the Indiana thing. You never know people, man. As long as you know, man, this is crazy. You were married?
I was
I
married
can see that.
I was married for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And worked my ass off. Morning, night, double job, everything. I was working at Amazon. She told me, because I was working overnight every night, she told me that she went over her ex house, spent the night, did this, did that. Right?
Spent the night.
Right. So I left.
Your
So,
wife?
Yeah, my
At the
wife.
time.
At the time. So I left. And I stayed away.
Yeah. Yes.
Took about 2-3 months. We came together, talked a little bit. She said that because she wanted space. So I gave her space. And then,
At your ex house?
yeah,
Okay, keep going.
then,
I'm invested.
so she was like, what are we now? What are we going to do? How are we going to fix this?
Whoa.
So I kept it real with her. I said, all I want to do now is just fuck you and feed you.
Whoa, whoa.
That's
Whoa, whoa.
all I said. That's it. That's all I want from you. Nothing else. Until I get tired of it. And that's been our relationship since the divorce.
Let me guess.
But now
she see the error of her ways.
Yeah.
She wish she didn't do that.
She wish she didn't
She
do
don't
it.
know why she did that.
She don't know why she did it. She wish she was still.
You wasn't home.
I wasn't.
You wasn't
home.
paying attention to
I
her.
wasn't paying attention. I ain't had enough time for her.
See, this is what I hate. If I'm gonna be honest with you, this is what I really hate. I hate how women say, I want somebody to, you know, be a provider and support and take care of the family and all this shit. But when they do it, you also are saying, but you don't spend time with me. Now, bitch, you can't have both now. Now, bitch, you gotta know you can't get both. Because, if y'all playing by them games back in the day, the Cowboys left for months. Them motherfuckers was gone on horses from Oregon to Maryland. That's a horse, bitch. It took him a month to get there. Okay? Then when he get there, he gotta get settled. He gotta make the money. He gotta come back. These bitches was at home feeding the cows, shucking the corn, you know, doing whatever the fuck they had to do at the house, taking care of the kids, ranch and all that shit. And today, you talk about somebody who got 2 jobs. Clearly, they're trying to be a provider for you. They're trying to make sure that they're doing what they think they need to do as a man for the family. And your resolution is, I'm gonna play games.
And that's all it was, games.
Baby, I'm packing you a lunch. You got 2 jobs, that means 2 checks. Do I have to work? This is the question I need to ask.
Was she working?
She was a teacher. She was a teacher.
Fucking teachers, bro.
You a teacher ain't got no damn sense. It's like all the book sense, no goddamn common sense. Your husband's at work, FaceTime the nigga. What you doing? Packing these boxes, delivering these boxes. What the fuck you doing?
Picking these items.
I'm working.
Yeah, I was working at Amazon. I was working security.
It's crazy because then I tell you some shit that's just straight out of Corner Boy 101 conversation. I'm just trying to fucking feed you. That's a Future line. I'm sure Future said that. When somebody fact check me. I'm pretty sure Future said that in some verse. Either him or the baby. One of them said it. Okay? So you already dealing with toxicity at a high fucking level. Right? God damn.
I need the information. I'm honestly stunned. I didn't.
And then
What years was this?
This was actually I got married on my birthday, 2013.
On your birthday?
On my birthday.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Girl.
Continue. I would never do that.
What a gift.
So I ended up getting another job, making more money. So I only was working 1 job. We split up, we separated. We separated and everything like that. So I started talking to somebody else.
Of course.
I started, just trying to move on because I didn't want to get in a relationship, but that was just I was bored. So I was like,
you were bored.
I was talking to somebody else. She was talking to somebody else.
Correct.
Military dude or something.
No, because no.
Right.
Yeah, the ex
So
probably won't even have any.
Okay.
That's the shit.
Right.
The ex probably was on some, I'm gonna fuck you. You're not even eating here. Go home and eat with your husband.
So
damn.
I messing with this girl just for the hell of it. Didn't go nowhere. I ended up breaking up with her because she was in love with me and I didn't want to marry her. I just got her married. I didn't tell her I was married, separated either. So that was my fault, communication.
Why you didn't tell her?
Because I didn't think it was going to go nowhere.
Because you just coming off the cusp with some bullshit.
Yeah. I didn't
So
think
it's
it was
like,
going
at
nowhere.
this point, I'm moving for me. Maybe that was
Right.
my mistake before I was moving for somebody else.
Right.
Now I'm moving for me.
Right.
Sorry, lady, girl, whoever you are, woman. So sorry you was a casualty of that. But a lot of us are casualties of
Apologize to
that.
all of y'all.
Seriously, like my apologies. I'm apologizing. Like, that's how it be sometimes. When you fuck people up or you break them, they get very guarded about how they interact with other people who possibly they're not even doing no harm. But until I'm in my clear mind space, I can't even see you for all the benefits of you. And that's so unfortunate. That happens so much.
I wasn't in my head space either.
Okay.
Because I had a wall up, heart up, everything.
Yeah.
And
So many people been casual. I'm sorry too. You know what? I need to apologize myself.
It wasn't you, believe. I mean, a lot of times it don't be you. It be the effects of what somebody else did to you,
Right.
and you don't even really it ain't even clicking that I'm doing the same thing they did.
Yeah.
I'm doing the same thing they did, but I'm doing it to somebody else. So just know that that's gonna cycle back. You know what I mean? That got to come back to you at some point.
Back.
Yeah.
And if you're smart, you'll accept it, you'll take it and be like, I understand.
Yeah.
You're not a horrible person. I understand. Maybe it was bad timing. You know, I don't know. But that shit is always tough when somebody who you trying to do your absolute best for turn around and then do that to you.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I mean, not even that, because something obviously in her wasn't clicking the right way to kind of, and I don't know y'all's situation, so I ain't trying to say it was perfect, but something wasn't there that was clicking and made her say like, okay, maybe I should do something different, or maybe I should reset my expectations, because clearly the way I want it is not the way it is, and if I'm looking at the picture, I can see why, and maybe I need to do something else. So maybe what I should say is, throughout the week, you got to take a day off so we can connect and be together, and then that'll be the time that we spend together. You know what I mean? Versus
so
something else.
Y'all still keep in contact?
Yeah, from time to time. Time to time. Even in that situation, and this is what I was gonna end up to. So in that situation, I wasn't fucking other girls. I wasn't having sex with them. We were just hanging out, passing time, going on a little dates here and there.
Motherfucker fall in love off the word.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
So I was still messing with the ex sexually. I'm still fucking her. I left my phone over her house one day.
Oh,
One of the girls I was talking to was doing some training, Texas or somewhere, and she called my phone in the airport. It's first time flying. She know where I travel, flying, all of that. Called me. She wrote her number down. Text her. This is his wife. I'm sure you next to him. She all the way in Texas. I'm at work. They calling me, texting me. Who was your wife? Who was this? Who was that? Now I'm labeled a cheater for moving on.
Yeah, that's exactly what I am. Yeah, because I'm telling you right now, we never gonna be able to recover from this shit.
You cheated.
So I'm gonna own that, and I'm gonna let you know now. Don't ever call nobody back on my phone, because that's very disrespectful to them. You hurt her feelings when you did that, and now I gotta make that shit up. I'm gonna make it continue to hurt. I'm not even gonna. No, we not even talking about. We not even going to address. Yeah, but see that you fall when you do that. You're falling into the manipulation. I'm not gonna let you manipulate me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I am. But no, it's not crazy, because technically, if you're still married and either partner is having relationships outside of their marriage, they are cheating. Period. You are right. I am. I'm not about to argue with you about what the hell's going on here. You hurt that girl's feelings. Like, why you do that?
Marriage is crazy.
No, people are crazy. Honestly, it's more. Y'all have more issues than I ever had.
Who, me?
Being single,
Oh.
I never had these type of issues in my marriage. Never. Not like, no, y'all gotta be.
I guess I'm more so speaking from the perspective of a said person who potentially gets approached by married men. I don't say potentially, I do. I would say that right now. It does happen. So, as the single person, and I see those marriages, like where, for instance, you and Dad ain't going nowhere. He ain't looking at nobody else.
Well, I'll say this, that people got, as long as people got eyes, they looking other places.
But I'm saying, like,
But some people just make a conscious decision not to create massive turmoil in their life.
Yeah.
You can't never say what a motherfucker won't do. I ain't crazy enough to be like what a motherfucker won't do. Because as long as a motherfucker breathe, they subject to do anything. I just operate on a different frequency. I don't operate on the frequency of fear and overly concerned and all of that jealousy and all that. That's not it. if you with somebody, you should be able to trust them. If you do not trust them, then you are probably the problem. Because if nobody gave you a reason not to trust them, then there's no reason for you not to trust them. Now, if they present some shit to you that look kind of questionable, and you got to start digging into shit, then you already know that that's not even the person you should deal with. Like, it's not. It is not. Nothing should cause you to be like, see, we texting him. I don't give a fuck who texting you. Because whatever, this has been a saying since I've been a child. It's going to be a saying to when my grandchildren. What happens in the dark always comes to the light. You have to decide how you want to now address that situation. I would tell you, I'm not the person who be like, if somebody cheated on me, I'll throw the whole situation apart. But I'm a different person. I'm a different kind of person. I literally think about every single thing. I think about it all. I think about all the good, the bad, the benefits, the takeaway. I think about money. I think about family. I think about the dogs. I think about everything.
So is that what you did?
I think about it all.
I didn't think for all of that. I just left for me.
Yeah, I think about everything in its totality. And then I also, you know how I treat people. I'm not a judgmental person. I'm not a judgmental person because I feel like your year when you fucked up might be year 4. Mine might be year 20. I want you to provide me with that same grace I provided you. I believe that's how it sometimes gotta go. It's really petty sometimes how I think, but I look at shit in tally. Tally. So if you do some foul shit to me, just know that if and when I ever do some foul shit to you, we gonna run it back to that day. And I'm gonna say to you, but it was okay for me to be forgiven, but not you.
No, and I mean, I agree.
You gotta think about what you're saying right now. And people gonna be people. People gonna fuck up. Sometimes the fuck up is just there for you to allow people that grace.
Because I mean, realistically, we're all human, and I think that at the end of the day, humans make mistakes. So
just you can't keep making the same one though.
That is true. Like
learn from
you can't just keep doing the same shit and then like
you ain't gonna have to come up with a new mistake. I'm telling you right now.
Like you ain't gonna do me like that. You ain't gonna we ain't gonna do that. But accountability is everything. And I think a lot of times people lack accountability in for situations. Like you have to be understanding. I mean, I personally look at it from all sides. I can't like, all right, well, if this was me, what would I do? Or how would I react? My feelings may be hurt. I get it. Like, so again, with the when keeping it real goes wrong, I can understand from the other person's perspective how they were mad. I knew they were mad. I can tell by the way you.
But adding to, I looked up to you. So some of that madness was disappointment.
Exactly.
And disappointment is a whole different emotion than I'm mad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm let down. That literally hurts more.
Yeah.
When somebody disappoints you. Versus when they make you mad. They make you mad, y'all can fight and be alright again. But when they disappoint you, you have a tendency not to trust them so much.
Absolutely.
But you can always rebuild trust.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first time your mom took something from you you really wanted, you thought she was the demon, devil, evilest person on the planet, and there's no way she could possibly love me. She hates me. Only to realize later on when you growing up, she should have took that away because I was out of pocket.
Yeah.
She should have did that because I was fucking up.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if you are privileged enough to actually have children and understand certain things, sometimes your parents ain't being evil, they're trying to protect you.
Yeah.
You just don't like it.
Because they made the same mistake. They see you making the same mistake.
But I learned some mistakes you can't stop people from making. You gotta let them niggas make them mistakes because, hey, hurt, didn't it? Told you it was gonna hurt.
It's called character building.
Man, you got to build them up. It's called character. It's like, oh, they ain't fucking around. Nah, nigga, the people don't love you like you.
What do you say? Because when you fuck around,
Find out.
Find out. The more you fuck around, the more you find out. Okay? And that shit is real. Like, I mean, shit.
Yes. It's a lot of situations that's just like that. But what I learned about really though is people in my situation when they say things like, well, and even in yours,
Right.
when they say shit like, well, I'm spending time with this other person, or in my situation, I think we should probably see other people and not be so serious. What they're really trying to do is gauge just how much you value them. And they need to see the temper tantrum in order for it to click like they really care about me.
Yeah.
Right? Because
People love a reaction.
now you gotta realize, like, for a certain part of you, I want you to stop feeling what you feel for a minute and look at that other person and be like, what the fuck happened to you that would make drama equal love?
Mm-hmm. This is true.
Whoa.
This is true.
That's true.
I came to that perspective the other day.
Whoa.
Like, that's...
Like, what the fuck happened? Like, wait a minute, you ain't even tell me what's really going on with you. What do you
Yeah.
mean? Something happened to you where you thought that was okay to play that game to get a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody somewhere taught you, you saw that, you experienced something that made you think that playing those type of games resulted in a successful something.
And it's not
So
at all.
you enjoy instilling fear in people emotionally, physically,
It's pure
financially,
manipulation, if I'm being completely
in order
honest.
to feel secure with yourself. Because it had nothing to do with the marriage. It was being secure with yourself.
It's pure manipulation.
That's what it is.
Absolutely.
But sometimes you
Like
don't-
even with the older gentleman.
Yeah.
Like that was fucking crazy. Like
Yeah. Somebody did not value you.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
Because that level of control is
Usually indicates you have none.
Yeah. So you rather like control me and tell me what I'm doing wrong or how you're this and you're that and make a person feel bad about it because you're not secure with yourself. And that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, and that's not love. And that's not you even being like I'm trying to help you build yourself.
It's more like, I'm trying to help you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's like.
Yeah.
It's not, listen, baby, I'm just trying to help you. I'm trying to help your ass. That's a whole different, those are two totally different conversations.
And then if you don't
Right.
accept it, you ungrateful.
Yeah, well, your dumb ass gonna learn. I tried, no, that's a different thing, and you gotta understand where that came from.
Yeah.
Somewhere deep down in you don't value yourself enough to let a people feel free and do what they want to do.
Yeah.
You feel like if they're not moving the way you want them to move, then you need to regain control of the situation. I
just
regain
told
control of the
somebody
narrative.
that.
Right.
Because
I
as
just
long
told
as
somebody
you
that.
control the narrative, you control that person. But it's a horrible, terrifying thing
It's
if they gain some type of control.
Oh my God, it's disgusting. I literally
Because then they'll see you for who you are.
Right.
And that is not the image you want to portray.
Mm-hmm.
I love people like that. I love to watch them run that hamster wheel. I love to watch them push their views and opinions on me because I'm so smart and I'm so secure. And yes, I'm going to say I'm so smart and I'm so secure with who I am. You'll never convince me of the way that I feel about me and the way I see things is wrong. It's wrong for you. It ain't wrong for me. Because I done made it all this way. God damn it. I can't see me not making it further if I ain't getting your 2 cents. And that's just 1,000. That could be a wrong way of thinking.
Yeah.
I think you learn something from everybody, people you don't even agree with. You can learn something. Because what I've learned through Dad is like, oftentimes in situations, we obviously look at things totally different, right? And he could tell me something and I could be so emphatic with, you're wrong. Like, I don't see that. I can't see that. And then it'll come right back around. And you know what I do? I'd be like, yo, you was right. He like, what? And I'm like, remember when you said da-da-da-da? And you know what he said? I told your ass. And I'm like, you did. You did. I'm never going to take nothing away because you was right. And by that happening a few times, it opened my mind to say, he's not always wrong. He just sees it different.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a 50% chance you right. It's a 50% chance they right. At the end of the day, let's just see how it rolls. Because just like me, when I'm right, I'm going to say, I told your ass.
Yeah.
The same thing.
I told you.
People don't like that when you be like, I told you, but I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they hate that shit.
Hate it.
Why? Don't be
Yeah.
mad. I
told your
did.
ass. And I'm gonna let you know. I told you that was gonna happen. Listen, sometimes I mean, listen, you ain't gotta put a cape on for everybody, but sometimes a nigga need to be safe. And if I'm telling you,
I don't even want you to say
you
this.
should
Sometimes I want you to
just maybe
experience it.
listen.
I want
and
you to
take
experience
that,
it.
Take just listen a little, and maybe
No, just let me keep being
you know,
right. It's like gambling. You ain't never seen nobody gambling hitting every time. Like I told y'all niggas, I'm right. You ain't never seen them niggas just keep hitting, bop, bop, and that's what they do, and that's how the fuck that goes. You know, they ain't making no proclamation over that shit. They doing that shit and keeping it moving, as they should.
As they should.
As they fucking should. So, at the end of the day, when you told you so,
I tell you
did it
so.
stop?
I got it. There you go.
Yeah. Like when I told you so and I really did tell you so, respect my gangster. I might know a little bit of something about a little bit of nothing. I mean, shit.
That's all I'm saying. And that's all I'm saying, though. Because sometimes you just need to listen.
But sometimes
Because
somebody
you, listen,
can.
you told me so. You told me so.
I did. You know what I told you so, and then you know what I did? I told you so, and be honest, I backed all the way off of it. I left it alone.
She told me so.
And then I left it alone.
And
I said,
I
hey,
went down in flames.
these niggas gonna learn today. And every time there's a situation, it's like, but you
Wow.
just kind of listening to your heroes, and you just kind of like, you know, he's cool, right? Because your uncles and your aunties are always cooler than your parents in most cases. Your
Yeah.
uncles and aunties
You
be
be
like
like,
down
yeah.
for the shit.
You be looking up to them.
My auntie was the motherfucking coolest.
Hey, my aunt, wow. I love my aunt. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I probably shouldn't have looked up to her. Because my aunt is wild. And I love you, auntie. You know, we birds of a feather flock together. That's my dog. Hey, that's who I need to get on this motherfucker. Because she's off the chain. And listen,
Your younger auntie.
my younger.
Yeah.
My younger
Yeah.
auntie. Both of them. The hell?
Well, yeah.
All trio.
Because your oldest auntie, she always operated like everything you did was right. Like, don't do her, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. I'm like, but you didn't even operate like that with this one or this one. But this one should be able to do whatever she want to do. Like, why? Like, why is that a thing? And then the other auntie, I don't even know if she like knows she the auntie or she might think she the sister. I don't really know. But honey, you definitely should come on. You definitely, because I got so many questions. Like, what the fuck was you doing? Where was your spidey senses when this shit was popping off? What the fuck was going on? It's party time USA on this bitch. You know what I mean? Y'all doing some other shit.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold, like, for real though, both my aunts,
But she loved you.
both
Yeah.
of them, they would let me get away with murder. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie.
And had the body. And had the body.
Like, I ain't even gonna lie. And yeah, so aunties too. Aunties ain't shit for the women. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes your aunties don't be shit, bro.
To the uncle, there's the auntie. Because they ain't my kids. They be like, your mom and dad should have raised you right. Nigga, you was raising me. Everything they told me not to do, you was like, fuck that shit, nephew. Let me tell you something. How you
Don't have an older cousin.
Oh man.
My older cousin.
This is who raises you.
in the projects having parties. On the balcony.
You done created a party. There was not even a party. It was supposed to be daycare. And somehow this done became a motherfucking kickback before there was kickbacks. Why?
Brown and Jackson Wood on the balcony with some little boys playing
Why?
radio, drinking wine.
Nobody, and here's the ill thing. Here's the ill thing.
Who was like?
Nobody ever did that with her.
Who was like 10?
So where did she get this from? Nobody ever did that with her. What are you talking about?
I've been partying.
You was getting in trouble because the school was calling. Nobody was throwing her no parties. What are you doing? Like, what's wrong with you?
I love my older cousin.
I mean, even your other older cousin, she like do a photo shoot. She's 13. She should not be in ripped up clothes from the ankles all the way up. Like, what are you doing? It's a photo shoot. It's not a photo shoot. She's a child. What's wrong with you? Is that how you do your kids? Listen, you better stop listening to your cousin. Tell him. Listen, she gonna run you up on the Hemi. I tell you, I love her to death. And I never did that with her, so I don't even understand it. What's happening? No?
I like to think.
But that's how cousins are.
I like to think I'm a great example of an older cousin.
I don't know. I haven't seen you cousin. No, I ain't never seen your cousin skills. You know what I'm saying? I
don't know though.
I
You
have.
know what?
I have saw your cousin skills, and I saw your cousin come from someplace else here, and then your cousin was doing shit that he shouldn't have been doing because he listened to his cousin.
What you talking about? What you talking?
Don't just know it started at your auntie house, and it trickled all the way to your cousin's house. I love weed.
Well, listen, man. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, maybe I haven't been the greatest example.
Okay. Now, and these cousins are older than you. They ain't even moving like this. That is shaking them up.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I went out with one cousin, and next thing you know, the cops was called. But now, she ain't even engaged.
And that, you know, and then for real, when the cousins is cousining, and I'm saying, like, why didn't you stop it? Hey, I can't be telling people what to do. You should have did something. What the fuck wrong with you? You're there. You're there. And you're promoting. You're not even like, look, cousin shit. Like, enough is enough, you know. We had a good time. Slow it down. No, Gangsta Boo is in the car like, yeah.
No, I did try to prove. I did.
You didn't do a hard. You didn't do a good job.
Don't go take it. I did say that. I said, just go home. But
Did you pull off?
no.
So when I'm trying to protect you and make sure I ain't involved, I'm gonna drop you off and I'm gonna pull off. Cause you're not going with me. I'm gone. I'm taking you home. You need to take your stupid ass home. Enough is enough. And now, it's a whole debacle,
Now the cops are
right? You know?
That was
So being a big cousin always ain't easy. We just letting y'all know for the little cuz. We just really want to make sure y'all have fun. We want to make sure y'all turn up a little bit. We know y'all want to be wild. But we're not the best people to look at as role models.
I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Honestly. We're not.
You know.
But I never had my little cousins doing no wild shit.
I ain't even gonna lie. I mean, and that was like really. I ain't gonna lie. For somebody to tell me like they look up to me, that's an eye opener. Like because I don't really live my life for people to look up to me. I didn't think I did anyway.
Nobody does.
I just be rolling with the punches. For real, like this is fucking life. Like shit's gonna happen every day. Shit happen every day. Like you never know. So with that being said, it just puts you in a different perspective.
What did her family say?
They still think I'm the coolest person in the world because I can't talk to them. She told me not to talk to them because she want to control the narrative.
Don't talk to my shit.
Don't talk to my family.
We're married. It's my family too.
Right. Right. And I still talk.
I'm super passionate. It's my mother too. Yeah, we got married on my birthday. So that's when she was my mom too. So mom, let me tell you about your daughter. She's a bitch ass motherfucker. Like for real. I love y'all. I am glad I got y'all. You know what I mean? But her, she gonna have to simmer in this one. For real.
That's what her brother said to me.
Yeah, she gonna have to simmer in this one. And I mean, it might be a good. I don't know what's wrong with teachers though. I'm sorry. I'm skipping all over the place, but y'all know how I am. Teachers, whoa,
Yeah.
they different. I know a few teachers. They different. They different.
That's strong.
Yeah, like I don't be knowing. They be having like sense to teach kids and shit. But when it come to like everyday situations, I don't be knowing if they clicking on all the.
I know a couple of the motherfuckers, and I'm gonna tell you personally, you can't trust them. Don't trust them. They nice to teach your kids. You know, you can trust them with that. But any like personal life experience, but once that goddamn door closed on Friday at 3:30, that mask comes off. I don't know who that person is. Mr. Clark is not Mr. He's Marcus now. And Marcus is a dog. Roof. Okay? You know,
he fuck with y'all kids, that's his check.
Miss Johnson, Tanya? Yeah, okay, Tanya. Mm-hmm.
I remember the first time I saw somebody professional in a non-professional setting, it literally fucked my head up. It fucked my head up. Because when they're at work, they're like, hey, super duper professional, on it, boom, boom, 10. Everybody respect them. The white people, you know, the white people respect you. It's like, when the white people respect you, it's like, okay, they the maids and butlers of this black thing. So they in the big house, you know what I'm saying? The white people like sit down and eat with them and shit. So when you catch them outside of their element, outside of that, and they just being real people, shit fucked me up. And then of course we have personal people in our family who are in like education roles and stuff like that, and you may know them from the education role or a judicial role, but we know them niggas at the house.
Okay, so we can speak on that for a cure fact. Certain someone's party, I'm not gonna say who, but we saw that coin flip once the people left.
Yeah, it got yeah. They ain't even want to leave. We like, we're leaving. They like, hell no, I'm like, shit, fuck happened? we know we calmed this down because of you, and you like, why is it so dry? You want it spicy? We can give you spicy.
And they got spicy.
They got spicy
quick. And we was like, holy moly.
That's like the time I ran into my pastor in a strip club.
Now, what you not Let me tell you, sir. Hey, I can respect the pastor that's preaching in the strip club and helping these girls through their hard times. I can appreciate it. I look at you a whole lot different when I know you a real ass person. Because I remember when my pastor was just a regular old preacher, old country preacher, and right before he got involved in different realms of the city and political aspects and shit, he was a regular person. The minute that nigga got into politics, this nigga was wild. And I said, oh, hell no. You know, if you in church and you can see the preacher and the assistant preacher arguing, and they ain't nowhere near each other, but you can tell she upset or he upset or they upset because they cut the mic off early and fucking roll up the goddamn projector shit and the shit flying all over the place, and they sitting back there looking with this look like, shut the fuck up. You can see it. And we could see it.
That should be intense.
I remember the dude said, I ain't gonna be one of these people that go and get a new car and try to be fancy. I'm not kidding you. This man had a Camry. And 3 months later, this man had a Lexus. And I said, did this nigga say, hold up. It's getting sticky in here.
Who's collecting the plate?
I don't like it no more.
Who's collecting the plate?
I'm out here with all type of religious people. From it is like a mecca at the church. So we got everybody in that bitch. Yeah? From all kind of background. You know, we got you feel I ain't trying to get it, just saying. We got everybody at the church, my man. It is a reading rainbow at the church. Okay? I'm just being honest with you what I saw happening.
All I heard was Mama D.
I'm just telling you what I saw happening. And now I'm out here with t-shirts and I'm
which one? This is the one at 5 o'clock.
No, the one over
there.
there. And then we gotta buy these t-shirts, and then we all over the city with these people who we don't even go to church with, which ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you're looking at the bigger picture, you can pinpoint the connections that are being made for your political gain, right? So you can see it happening, because again, like I said to y'all about an hour ago, I ain't no damn dummy. I can see what's happening. This man went from that, I'm not bullshitting you, to a person you know speaking to them, good morning, Pastor. And the man looked at him up and down and waited for the doors to open so he could walk in and start preaching. I said, that's the last day I'm here. That's it. This nigga got big. And then I started thinking about high school. And I started thinking about how you was on a drum line. Then I think of Nick Cannon, because this is where my brain goes, right? Now I'm like, he a clown. He just, he just want his time to shine in the ring light. And then it gets crazy. And then it gets crazy. So sometimes, people will switch up on your ass only to come back and be like, yeah, I fucked up. Yeah, I definitely fucked up. And I guarantee you she's probably feeling that, especially with you taking a position, moving. That could have been you.
Could have been her.
Every day on your birthday, she's probably like, damn. I had that shit happen to me one time. Somebody I was hanging out with, we just riding regularly. I don't even remember, but the date occurred to this person, and they said, damn, this is the day we were supposed to be married. And I was like, who? And she said, me and one of my homeboys. And I was like, thinking to myself, bitch, you crazy? You the one saying you ain't want the nigga. How you reminiscing on a fictitious marriage day that you had no intentions on being married on? What you mad at?
Because she was wrong.
Oh boy. And when they wrong, oh, they cut up. It's like men. When they wrong, oh, they cut up. I can never understand why your approach is aggression or if you're wrong. Why you not trying to be nice? It makes more sense to just be nice.
I already got caught.
Why is you being an asshole? Why you calling me, threatening me?
It's easier.
About not answering my damn phone.
It's easier.
Oh, you ain't answer your phone, you must be with some nigga.
It's easier to
Yeah, a few of them.
imply.
We were at a
than
club.
it is to be like, hey, I fucked up. Like, I'm sorry, I apologize.
You'll get so much further with that.
It's easier.
You would actually get
Hey,
30 more seconds on the phone.
I know a person who's been calling me or texting me once a week for the past 5 months. Private. Just random shit. Or even in the phone. Don't say nothing sometimes. We text, a little text message here and there. But, said person did actually call me after 5 months of like all of this buffoonery and apologize, which you could have led with that apology originally, instead of harassing me because you fucked up and I don't want to fuck with you.
The thing about it is the harassment be working. Because the minute you answer your phone and you don't get whatever you demand, which would first of all be an apology,
This is true.
and then time.
Because
I need an apology, and then I need time. And my time could be 5 years. I don't know how long.
But that plays both parts though, because realistically, again, like you said, you don't have to answer the phone.
No,
You
I'm
don't
not.
have to respond. You don't have to play the game.
Yeah.
But when you, I guess sometimes I think in life, sometimes when you expect the person to be who you thought they were, you still kind of hold on to that in a sense sometimes. And realistically, they're showing you exactly who they are.
Been showing you.
And you just ain't did like this.
You just hoping they.
Been showing you though.
You know what I'm saying?
They continue to show you though. It was just okay because you were okay with how you felt about them in the moment.
Yeah.
Right? So you were okay with that stuff happening because in the moment that was funny or exciting or felt invigorating or whatever the case may have been. So that felt like that. And also too, it goes back to timing, because normally if you start messing with somebody and that said relationship goes funky or sour, the next person you mess with, they not really getting you, they getting this angry version of you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you dealing with them then they're only getting the person that they pretending to be. So really, in those situations when it's a rebound, like back-to-back situation, I don't understand sometimes why people get mad at the other person. We were both pretending. I wasn't even being me either. Because the truth of the matter is I would never invite you over here to eat and cook for you. I would be expecting you to take me out to eat. Like, I don't know what the fuck you thinking. Like, that's just me. I'm selfish. I'm selfish, motherfucker. Like, period. So,
That is.
so when I'm doing these things with the intention on gaining something, I too am being false.
Agreed. And with that being said, I literally told somebody, so this guy I've been like seeing, and it was like more. It was more like like when we originally met, it was like, oh, let's just go grab food, and we like casually started hanging out. He may come over, smoke, we watch fucking Raising Kanan or some shit. I may be cooking. Ironically, the nigga always came around when I was cooking.
Because he was hungry.
I don't understand this shit though, dead ass. The nigga always around when I'm cooking. Then he got to, anyways, I ain't gonna lie, he be like, oh, what you cooking tonight? It's always what you cooking, never where you wanna go. I had to say that because you now wait a goddamn minute.
I'm telling you I'm fixing 3 tacos. I promise you I'm fixing 3 tacos. 3.
Wait,
straight up. You did all that for 3 tacos,
so, I'm not gonna lie, we have been hanging out.
Dishes clean and as a bitch. Tacos go.
With our hangouts, like it's been more intellectual conversation. Like we're actually kind of basically like getting to know each other more. So I realized I'm like, I think I might like him. So then I got mad because he's like a really busy person, and I know this, and that was beneficial for me when I was doing the fuck out. But now, because I think I like you, you ain't never got no time. And I said, wow, you're being way too controlling for me, because this is exactly what the fuck it is. Like
you want a nigga who's not busy.
So,
but I promise you this, I don't care how busy a man is. If he want to make time for you, he gonna make time for you.
I agree.
Now, if he's busy and he's on a mission to get some things accomplished, you're gonna have to be very important for him to even make time for you. But when he does make time for you, please don't come with the bullshit. Because in the back of his mind, all he gonna think about is that situation. That situation predicts the next situation. If this situation was a bunch of bullshit, I don't even got no time. I don't know when I'm gonna have more time for you. Wife, girlfriend, baby mother. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because when I did make time, all you did was make it hard.
Yeah.
When it should just be easy.
Agreed.
It should just be
So
easy.
I told him, I was like,
especially if you have that title.
That's what I said. I was like, I miss you. And then he was like, oh, do you? And I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, something along the lines like, oh, what do you do to deal with that? And I was like, nothing, basically just be mad. Because realistically, I'm mad at the simple fact that I miss you because I know you're busy and I'm starting to like you and I like to be in control of things. So me not having control of the situation is making me angry, which is stupid because what is there to be in control of? Why do you have to be so in control?
Why do you have to be so in control?
And that's literally, I was like, look, I got a problem with being in control, and I'm gonna be honest, it ain't even, it's nothing. Like
that's growth.
Because
that's growth. A lot of people can't connect those dots. A lot of people can't put that together and be like, why am I mad? I'm mad because I miss somebody who's working or who's in school or who's with their children or whatever they're doing. So it's not like they sitting around fucking up time.
Yeah, no,
and like,
he's actually quite.
And even if they hanging out with somebody else, then it's no reflection on how they can feel about me. You like sometimes relationships are so complex. Like these people you were dealing with, you said that y'all was just friends. It could have been an emotional thing that's been going on for years. Nothing physical at all. You know what I mean? It could have been a straight physical thing because this person really makes me feel comfortable and they don't put any pressure on me. It's so many degrees to relationships. Like you cannot quantify what you think is right. It's just right. It's not. That shit is complex as fuck. And you gotta figure out where you're willing to stand in all of that. So when people let you know shit and be upfront with you about shit, you can't do nothing but respect those people because they're telling you. Sometimes the message come off as super fucked up and your delivery sucks, but your message received. And if you stuck in that situation and just been a part of that, that's a little bit more of control that you have given up. So now you always an emotional roller coaster. Now you just doing extra shit trying to be like valued when the problem ain't even you.
Yep, I agree. So I just think that is definitely, you know, like some of those keeping it real goes wrong in multiple situations. You know, y'all be careful with the cousins and uncles and aunties. I'm gonna just reiterate that, and I think you shouldn't take honesty in a bad way.
You shouldn't.
I think you should always respect both perspectives because
You have the right to feel hurt.
Yeah,
you
that's
need
something
to
you have
consider
to
that a
learn.
person is brave enough to be honest with you about something.
Because realistically, a lot of people do lie. They will lie. It's easier to lie. It's so much easier to lie. I'm telling you. I was asleep. Was up all fucking day. Won't even sleep. I was over here, over there, over there, everywhere. But guess what? Nigga, you know I'm asleep. And that's what it is. So I think sometimes you don't have to be honest about everything in every given situation. But when a person is honest with you, you should respect it. I think. That's just my opinion.
I think in certain relationships it's important for you to be honest about everything, even things that hurt. Because just for me, when you find yourself not doing that, a person doesn't understand how to adjust to certain situations. So if you're in certain marriages, for instance, it's imperative to be honest.
Yeah.
Even if it hurts. Yeah.
I agree. Well, guys, we're at the last 45, so I just want to say it was a great conversation. I truly enjoyed it. I can't believe fucking Thomas was married for 5 years. I'm still blown by that, so we're gonna talk about this all again. And thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming.
Wish nothing but the best of luck.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad I got this on footage. Yes. And thank you guys for another episode of Talk to Kay. We are out.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.